Hi, it's Chris O'Brien for the Manhattan Beach Little League. I'm here at the refinery in Torrance to talk about coaching at the Coast League level. First, thank you for giving your time. It means a lot to these kids, and believe me, it can be the highlight of your week. I feel like we're part of the great American tradition of baseball. This game's been passed down for 130 years from coach to player and father to son, and I'm really happy to be part of that, and I'm happy that you're going to be part of it. A couple of things about Coast League baseball. First of all, I think the principle for everybody is keep it fun. This is supposed to be fun for everybody, for the kids, for the parents, for you, and everybody involved on the other team. So keep it fun. But it's not video game fun, and it's not watching a movie fun. It's baseball fun. And that means improving your game, having good results, and getting better. There's a virtuous cycle here. If a kid's having fun and he wants to play the game, he'll get better. And then when he gets out on the field, he'll see results, team results and individual results, which means they'll want to play more, they'll have more fun, and the cycle just keeps going up and up if you keep it fun. Don't tell a 9-year-old boy that winning doesn't matter, because they know it does. But it's got to fit into that virtuous cycle of having fun and playing better. In practices, try to make everything a game, whether it's running at the beginning of practice or breaking it down into drills. If you make everything a competitive game, it'll be fun for the kids and they'll stay engaged. Remember, at this age, downtime is dead time, so you want to keep the practices moving. Number 2, the range of abilities at Coast is probably the most vast of any of the leagues. You're going to have kids who are going to come in and they're going to be really good players who've already grooved a lot of fundamentals. And then you're going to have kids who need more work and are just learning the fundamentals. Consider breaking your practices into groups in terms of skill sets without telling the kids where they fall necessarily. And we ask you to coach every kid enthusiastically. We're here for all the kids, not just the star players. And I guarantee you, you're going to see a kid who comes in sort of with a mid-range ability, and he's going to take off during the year, and it's very gratifying, very fun. Number 3, don't cover too much. Baseball is a vastly complex game, as we all know, and these kids cannot learn it all at once. Fundamentals are the key at the Coast level. And remember, pitching is brand new. Most of these kids have come out of leagues where it's dad pitch and they played t-ball before that. So they're just learning how to pitch, and you're really going to have to work on pitching. What I like to do in my practices is I pick a theme every week, and I'll groove that theme during the course of the practice. I'll groove that theme before a game, then I'll talk about it after the game, and then I'll move on to a new theme. And over the course of the season, you might get in a dozen of those, and that's about all you can get in. Don't try to cover too much at once, and keep it to the fundamentals. Have a written practice plan. Be organized. If you do that, you'll find that things will go a lot more smoothly and the kids will have a lot more fun. Number 4, know the rules. Coast has a handful of rules that are particular to the Coast League. They're not baseball rules that are applicable to every level, but they're important for the competition in our league. You need to know the rules, and the misunderstanding of rules causes the majority of issues with coaches during games. The rules are simple enough. If you read your league materials, you'll get them. They have to do with the time limits of a game and the start of a new inning for unlimited runs. Pitch count on pitchers and innings, there's a 2-inning limit. Pass balls and stealing, dead balls on the mound, and defensive players blocking the bases. I'm not going to go through the rules. There's a separate video for that, and you'll get materials from the league. But please know the rules. It'll make it a lot more fun and a lot smoother for everybody. Number 5, pitching at the Coast level. As I mentioned, pitching at the Coast level can be very challenging, particularly in the first half of the year. Pitching is brand new to most of these players, and frankly, the pitching can be pretty bad in the first half of the season. Your kids will draw and they will give a lot of walks. So focus on teaching pitching. Also, start all your kids from a stretch, unless they happen to be very far up the learning curve. Have them pitch from a stretch. Pitching is complex enough without having to go from a windup. At the plate, it's important to teach your kids to look for hits and take walks. In the first half of the season especially, they're going to be taking a lot of walks. And it's important that bad pitching habits not turn into bad hitting habits. Having said that, in the second half of the season and playoffs, pitching is going to get a lot better. And your kids who are looking for walks all the time are going to go from taking a lot of walks to, frankly, taking a lot of third strikes. So we need to teach our kids to look for hits and take walks. Number 6, and lastly, take a big picture perspective. Coach is the level with the most coach-related issues in the entire league. It's the first competitive level. It's where we have playoffs and records for the first time. And we have a lot of inexperienced coaches, some of whom, frankly, occasionally fail to keep things in perspective. Youth sports is not all about winning, but more importantly, it's about teaching life lessons through sports. It's the rewards of hard work, the value of sportsmanship and teamwork, and winning and losing with grace. It's about character and fun, not trophies. Don't be the guy who forgets that. One thing we're going to do in the league is try to pair up inexperienced coaches with more experienced guys so that you can sit down, have a cup of coffee together, and talk about how to maximize your experience at this level. I highly recommend doing that. Thank you again for helping to manage at the Coast League. It's going to be fun for you. It's going to be fun for the players and the parents and everybody involved. And we really appreciate you taking your time.